Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers. I thank everybody that's involved with this process because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers.
Experience is not about the publisher, it is about us, the authors.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers, and I am Jamie Pulos-Fry. Welcome to day 4 of our festival, and I would like to thank Reader's Magnet for sponsoring this special event. You can follow me on Jamie's Bookshelf. You can follow me on my website at www.two4avalon.com, as well as on Facebook. And Instagram and tweet. It's JPULOS Fry. I'm an author of I'm Encouraging Your Friend with Your Trials. Okay, so we have this one. And then I also have Servant's Heart from the Voice of a Volunteer. And I have also A Widow's Cry. And I also have Family Memories with a Little Mystery in it. Today we will be talking about Servant's Heart from the Voice of a Volunteer. And let's see. I'm going to start reading from my book. Let's see. Now, this book came to flourishing, because I noticed that where I volunteer, we had some issues that needed to be addressed. Plus, I really had not read or seen a book about volunteering in a Christian environment or anywhere for that matter. I started doing some research on it, and this book is the result of that research from a faithful volunteer. Okay. Now, do volunteers really matter? Yes, they do matter. And although you may not have had many different reasons and motivations why you volunteer or how you volunteer, there are 4 overreaching benefits that you receive when you volunteer. 1, you're able to draw closer to God when you spend time volunteering to help people. You actually draw closer to Him. You'll know you are making a difference in other people's lives. By volunteering, you are giving people your time. By giving freely of your time, you know that you are making a positive difference in the lives of others. Okay. 3, you are setting a good example for your kids. When you volunteer on a regular basis, your children grow up understanding the value and importance of helping those who are not as blessed as you are. Okay. 4, you grow personally. When you volunteer, you're not only enrich the lives of others around you, but also grow personally, both spiritually and socially. You learn more about the world and its ways, and you also develop self-confidence and self-esteem, characteristics that help you no matter where you are. Okay, let's see. Some people volunteer as a result of the instilled set of values they have. sets of values that compel them to want to help others. However, I volunteer to give back to my community. I'm grateful for the help I received from others. When I was in high school, I participated in junior achievement programs and Letter Girl Club. Through junior achievement programs and Letter Girl Clubs, I was able to acquire skills and opportunities that have helped me become the woman that I am today. So I give back by serving at my church and college to enable kids to have the same chances at life that I have had. Okay, now we're going to read chapter 3, just a little bit of it. Let's see. It's called Being a Servant. Basically, to be a servant, we need to be useful for others and God. It's not about pleasing mankind all the time. Yes, God would like us to work well with others and make friends, but He would like us to first follow God's 10 commandments. So I've listed all the 10 commandments here. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not, commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, all these different things, Think before we do and say things to others. Would you like to be treated that way? Those are questions you have to think. When are you volunteering for your church or anywhere? Think about these things and you will be blessing to others and to God at all times. Okay, let's see. You may not be perfect at all times when serving, but our goal is to be like Jesus when we leave this earth. Okay, so it's not just about ourselves. Okay, and let's see. There's something I received when I was going to West Coast Baptist College Chapel. They gave us a bookmark that I keep my daily journal and goes like this: 12 ingredients of encouragers: to edify one another, encourage, authorize, honor others, be a peacemaker, help weak, be patient, do good, rejoice, pray, give thanks, obey the Holy Spirit, abstain from wrong appearances. These have helped me remember that what I should be thinking when serving. Am I always perfect at everything? Of course not. But I try to keep things in front of me to help me keep working on them daily. Okay. So this book tells you how, working with younger people, working with older people, and the issues that you might have with that. Showing no favoritism. God never showed favoritism. I know it's often we show favoritism thinking we are helping others or friends in our life. And actually, we're not. The favoring of one person or group over others with equal claims, favored, regretted, or treated with preferences, and enjoying special advances, privileges. Everybody should be treated equal, just like God, He treats everybody equal. So that's what He means by favoritism. Okay. Let's see. Don't be ashamed of asking questions. The only thing is, most people think, okay, I ask a question. There's nothing wrong with a question. Sometimes it's just maybe a bad answer. If that person doesn't know, they need to do a little bit more research. Let's see. I had to learn to say no. You guys, it's so hard to say no sometimes. Sometimes we have too much on our plate, and sometimes we need to just say no to people because it's not good timing, or it's best to make sure that we need to communicate. We need to let people know, I've had to learn to say no does not hurt that much. It just means that I am not doing something the way it should be done in that environment, that I need to learn something new and that it needs to be done a different way this time. Okay, so we have a Bible verse here. It's Matthew 5:37 through 39. But let your communication be nigh, for whatever is more than these cometh of evil. Ye have heard that hath been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that you resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. Okay. Let's see. Here are a few times when I have had to say no. When you have been told you only have so much and you sparing on what you are giving out. When you have returns and in something only the manager does, often a certain date. When someone wants seconds and you have to tell them to wait until after a certain time period, because we have to make sure everyone gets fed first. That's when you're feeding and serving people. Okay. Now we have, this is kind of my conclusion. There's a few other things in here. As we have seen, our volunteers can be of value to others and to ourselves. With that in mind, let's take a look at a few ways that an understanding of God's reasons for volunteering might lead us to the right response. First, in chapter 1, being faithful. We learn that it means to be faithful volunteer, that God is constant in keeping his promises, and we should do the same as a volunteer. Second, in chapter 2, willing to learn something new, being willing to do things differently, recognizing what's not working, and be willing to change what you're doing to achieve the team's goal. It's not just about us. Third, in chapter 3 and 4, being a servant and being helpful. We need to be useful to others and God. We should keep the 10 commandments and keep things in front of us to help remind to remember to think like God when we are serving. Okay. Fourth, let's see. Donald's asking me a question here. Oftentimes we think of volunteering as doing some whatever we want, but in reality, volunteering still have to follow certain guidelines, be educated, and be accountable to someone else. And that's very true. We have to realize that when we're volunteering, we're helping that person. That what they're done is what that person is done when you're volunteering for them. They've actually given you their duties to be done. And so you need to follow it the way they've been taught, the way they show you, because you're doing their job for them. And so you need to honor and respect them and make sure that you're following their guidelines, okay? And whatever they need to be done. Okay? Good question, and I really appreciated that. Now let's see. Now, working with younger people. Like it's showing by reading Matthew 20, 26 through 27, we need to humbly ourselves, and whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant. Jesus is our model. So must we commit ourselves to serving others, always considering others better than ourselves. Let's see. It's nice to part in this live session. It's so helpful. Oh, it is. We need to realize that we're a servant no matter where we are. And that's you helping me out by giving me questions, to relate to other people. You're volunteering your time to do this for me. Volunteering is not just, doing it to be doing it. You need to do it as a servant's heart. You need to do it from your heart. You need to be doing it because you love what you're doing or you want to help other people. Most of us, we volunteer sometimes just because we're older and we want to get out of the house. Well, I started volunteering when I was in high school, and learning to do things because I was a letter girl, and I lettered in swim team, and we actually went to the city meet, and we didn't win, but we, as women at that time, we made it that far, and it was great. So I ended up being, volunteering and helping for the football games, concession stands and hot dogs and potato chips and popcorn and sodas and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? It was fun. I got to watch all the football games. I enjoyed myself, um, and learn how to be friends with people that were younger than me and encourage them. That's really what volunteer is about. It's about helping others. And we also realize that working with older people sometimes can be difficult. Teaching teaches us that we should exercise patience and compassion, always asking questions, try to offer choices whenever possible. The Bible says that we should never speak harshly to any older person, but appeal to them respectively as you would to your own parents. We're not perfect. We have trials of our own that we're going through, and so it's wonderful. Oh, hi. Hi Trish. Hello again. Hi Trish. We just did the author of the hour, and I'm and she's enjoying my talk right now. So we're talking about the same book that we were talking about, and we are, and it was wonderful doing that author of the hour with her. It was an experience for me, and I'm so glad that she volunteered to do that with me and for me, because all these videos can be used for so many different things down the road. It can be used for, when our books start going into Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all that kind of stuff, they can use these videos, to put to advertise our books for us. So all these things that we're learning and we're doing is helpful. Reader's Magnet, they're helping and volunteering and helping and doing their time for us so we can do these things. So I appreciate them for doing these special events for us. It gets us better when we go out there to do actual live speaking events. So these are great events for us to practice and learn how to do things. These are just all these different things that I've learned over time. When I write a book, let's see what time we have here. Well, I have a poem in here that I wrote, and it's called Christmas Stocking. And it's for God, for baby Jesus. So it's called Happy Birthday, Baby Jesus. The candles are here for you. The carols, the decorations, the celebrating too. For that one special Christmas stocking that hangs by the fireplace so dear. Peace in the world for baby Jesus, you guys. So celebrate the season of peace and love and joy. Remembering the reason is still that baby boy. Happy birthday, baby Jesus, for that one special Christmas stocking that holds all my blessings and gifts from God. Those special memories that God brings into our lives every year. Peace to the world for baby Jesus. So celebrate the season of peace and love and joy. Remembering the reason is still that baby boy. Happy birthday, baby Jesus, for that one special Christmas list of people, past and present, that we are thankful for. That is giving to baby Jesus on his birthday every year. I will explain that to you as I finish. Peace in the world for baby Jesus. So celebrate the reason for this season. Remembering the reason is baby Jesus. Happy birthday, baby Jesus, for all the people that God brings in our lives to encourage us to be thankful for others throughout the year. Peace in the world for baby Jesus in that one special Christmas stocking that hangs by the fireplace so dear. This poem is something that I actually do. I started this many years ago. My Bible teachers, she suggested for Thanksgiving for us to write down the things that we're thankful for. Well, I started writing down the people that I'm thankful for. So I did that. And so I have a stocking that says baby Jesus on it. So I have a list. I've started from the beginning of when I first started doing it, probably 10 years ago. And I just keep adding, maybe 3 to 5 people that have encouraged me and helped me through the year. I add them, between Thanksgiving and Christmas is just a tradition that I do. And I write down the people's names, and even if it's a pet, whatever it is, that blessed me and got me through that year, I put them in there and I put it in the stocking, and I pray over it and thank God for those people this year, and this is just something that I do. And I appreciate people. Let's see, JP. I think there is also a need to bridge the generations gap between the younger volunteers and the older ones. Oh, you are so right. Because we need to be able to deal with, the youngers need to be able to work with the olders and the olders vice versa. And we need a communication in between. And we need to be kind and friendly and realize that we're doing this because we want to, not just because we have to. And these are certain things that it says in the book that helps you, as a younger person, how to deal with an older and vice versa, and how we should treat people. It's just something that I put in this book. I thought it was important. Let's see. What else is going on? Okay. I will be doing some book talks with all, and I was told to talk about the book events that I'm going to be doing this year. So I have one, the London Book Fair, which will be in March 12th through the 14th. And then I will also be doing one in Los Angeles, which is USC. And that one's going to be April 20th through the 21st. And then we'll do Beverly Hills, the book confab there, which is something new for us. This is the first time we've done this. So that'll be fun for April 17th through the 18th. I have already booked my hotel, and I know I'll have an extra day there in between to go do something with my sister, because my sister likes to, she supports me. She comes and we make it a little bit of a vacation and have some fun. So so I just know about that. Also, to let you know that I do have more than just my website. Let's see. I have Instagram, Facebook, and Tweet. And those you can all get in by basically my name. It's JPULOS FRY. And you can get into that. My website. We have Google's in there. We have all kinds of information. But just so you understand, I wrote most of these books to support some things, to give back to my church. So half my proceeds will be going to the bookstore where I volunteer and at church, because they will be knocking out the walls and doing different things there to expand it and give some more room, and which it could be, $10,000, $20,000. I have no idea at this point, depending on what they do. And then we also have, for the college at West Coast Baptist College, they have a, we call it Student Life Center, which is the college students' dining hall. So we're expanding that. That's where we also have a kitchen and stuff, and we do a lot of our events, and they do most of the cooking there. And then we also have the worship center. We started it we built it 24 years ago. And I will tell you, I've been there 18. So there's things that need to improve. They need to move the worship, the baptistry to the other side, expand things. The orchestra has grown, the choir has grown. We need to move things around and move things out and just expand things. They also, it sounds really funny, when they made some changes, when they put the elevator in, they used the women's bathroom. So now they're going to give us a bathroom. They have a men's bathroom. Now they're going to give us a women's, and move things around. And it's just going to be more user-friendly for everybody and making it easier for people, to get around and do things. It's going to, and then there are also some of the screens and the monitors and stuff that we have. They're going to get new ones and new sound system, which is, like I said, it's over 24 years old. And then we also have the sound system, the heating and lighting system needs to be fixed. There's just so much going on there. So half my proceeds of my books will be going toward the offering that we have, which is going to be February 25th, 2024. And I will tell you, most people think that we're a mega church, but we're not. We have small pockets, okay? And it takes us a while. This could be, who knows, $2 million, $3 million project. We don't know at this point, but we do toward the offering, and we give back. And That's why I started these books over 10 years ago, is to give back to my church. And so if you can help in any way, that would be greatly appreciated. It will be done over time. I don't expect to be able to give what I'm promising, which is 5,000 for each project, but that will be over time. So any little help would be appreciated. Let's see. My newest book, which is Family Memories. Okay, it's made where you can do it in a 5x8 as well as an 8x10. Okay, and I did this size because it's got recipes in it. So it's a recipe book. It's got traditions in it. It has so many things that you can. We have a lot, that you can use here. Let's see. So let's see. Oh, and also I was also to mention that my books will also be ventured in the Publishers Weekly London preview for the London Book Fair Show as well. So let's see. We have the London International Fair book in March. We have LA Times Festival of Time books, also April 20th through the 21st. And then we also have Reader's Magnet, the Beverly Hills Book Confab, which will be April 17th through the 18th. And I also have my new book here, Family Memories with a Little Mystery in it. Oh, and I have somebody's asking me, Ella is asking me a comment. Volunteering for me is being generous with your time and energy, always. Volunteering is many, many things to different people. It's serving to me. Volunteering is like I was talking about. I had an experience just yesterday. I went somewhere. There was a man who couldn't find his car. I could have just gone home, left him alone, not walk around with him and through the parking lot here and there and all that, try to find out where his car was. He had a clicker for his car, but the problem was he parked somewhere and then he walked to get to the building where he was going. So he needed to figure out where that was. So basically I was there with him, and we made with other people as well. And we tried to make some suggestions for him so he could find his car. Eventually he found it. It was behind the building that he went to. But he got confused because, he'd never been there before. And so like I said, I could have left, but instead I stayed to help him. Let's see. We got another one here from Walter. Volunteering helps you grow as a person. Volunteering helps you grow as a person, as a friend, as a family member, because we're always helping. It makes you grow in so many different areas, you guys. They're right, Let's see. We have Craig here. It says, "Hi, Jamie. Loving to see you." That's so sweet. Thank you so much. You guys, we are here for so many reasons. I never started writing a book. There was an open door for that. My mother started me doing things with reading again, and that's where books came. I never thought I was ever going to write 4 books, okay? But never give up, you guys. Whoever is on the fence about volunteering or on the fence of writing a book or doing anything, remember, we walk with God. He gives us gifts, he gives us tools, and he teaches us how to use them. We just have to listen. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's one of my books. This is my first book I wrote 10 years ago, Encouraging a Friend with Your Trials. And then we have Servant's Heart from the Voice of a Volunteer. And that was my second one. And then Encouraging a Friend is my third book here. And now my fourth one here is Family Memories with a Little Mystery in it. And you can get any of these books from blurb.com. Oh, I also did this one in a big book. So you can use it as a, if it's got recipes in it. So I thought you might like it that big. Okay. Oh, also, I will be doing a session on January 29th, Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And it will be on Widow's Cry. for next week. Okay, so that'll be Monday. And I hope you enjoyed the message today, and I hope you come back and enjoyed the Festival of Books. That's a wonderful forum, and I'm glad Readers Magnet does this for us. And just have a wonderful day, you guys. God bless.